Lee Jong Suk's career is entering a remarkable new phase. He is no longer simply viewed as a rom-com prince or a ratings guarantee. Instead, he is gradually becoming a symbol of strategic and calculated project selection within the Korean drama industry. And the news that he is being considered for the lead role in Paradise may be the clearest sign yet of that transformation. At a time when the K-drama market is saturated with repetitive romance, healing stories, and fantasy formulas, Paradise stands out as a psychological thriller blended with investigative drama, a genre that global audiences are increasingly drawn to. But what makes the project even more intriguing is not just its premise, but the fact that Lee Jong Suk has reportedly been offered the central role of reporter Kang Chi-young. This is far from the glamorous male lead audiences typically associate with mainstream Korean dramas. A journalist who becomes trapped in an unimaginable incident and joins forces with police officer Cha Young-won to uncover buried truths and dangerous secrets, the narrative strongly suggests that Paradise will dive deep into the dark side of power, media manipulation, and hidden societal realities. What is particularly fascinating is that Lee Jong Suk has long been underestimated as an actor with emotional depth, largely because his striking visuals often overshadow discussions about his acting abilities. However, his recent project choices tell an entirely different story. From While You Were Sleeping to Big Mouth, Lee Jong Suk has consistently gravitated toward characters thrown into psychological chaos, a man who dreams of the future, an ordinary lawyer falsely turned into a criminal mastermind, and now potentially a reporter confronting terrifying truths. A distinct Lee Jong Suk formula is beginning to emerge, characters who initially appear soft and vulnerable but are ultimately forced to survive inside deeply manipulative systems. Another major reason the project is generating massive attention is the involvement of director Oh Choong Hwan. Within the Korean entertainment industry, Oh Choong Hwan is widely regarded as one of the few directors capable of perfectly balancing emotional storytelling with cinematic-scale visuals. From Hotel del Luna and Startup to Big Mouth, he has consistently delivered dramas that feel visually grand while remaining highly accessible to mainstream audiences. If Lee Jong Suk officially joins Paradise, it will mark his third collaboration with Oh Choong Hwan. And in the Korean entertainment industry, repeated collaborations between a top director and an actor often signify far more than simple familiarity. It usually reflects deep trust in the actor's emotional range and understanding of cinematic language. In other words, Oh Choong Hwan may see something in Lee Jong Suk that the public has not fully acknowledged yet, the ability to portray lonely, psychologically haunted characters with compelling intensity. Another detail worth noting is that Paradise is already being labeled by Korean media as one of the most anticipated dramas of 2027, despite still being in the casting stage. That alone reveals how hungry audiences have become for darker, more layered storytelling after years dominated by fantasy romance dramas. In fact, the global rise of Korean dramas in the post-Netflix era has dramatically shifted audience expectations. International viewers are no longer satisfied with simply watching handsome leads and romantic chemistry. They want psychologically complex characters and mysteries that fuel endless online debates every week. That is exactly why dramas like Beyond Evil and Big Mouth achieved such strong global impact. What makes Paradise even more promising is that it comes from writer Kim Soo-jin, who previously worked on Beyond Evil, widely regarded as one of the finest Korean psychological thrillers in recent years. If this project succeeds, Lee Jong Suk could fully transition into the second stage of his acting career, one defined by darker, award-worthy performances rather than simply maintaining his status as a Hallyu heartthrob. What makes the timing even more interesting is that he is also preparing to return to the small screen through The Remarried Empress, Disney Plus's highly anticipated fantasy blockbuster starring Shin Min-ah, Joo Ji-hoon, and Lee Jong Suk himself. Appearing simultaneously in both a grand fantasy romance and a dark investigative thriller demonstrates just how intelligently Lee Jong Suk is shaping his career strategy. He is preserving his commercial appeal while gradually moving toward more critically respected territory. And perhaps that is the most fascinating thing about Lee Jong Suk today. He is no longer merely the star who rose to fame through dramas like Pinocchio or W. He is quietly reinventing himself during one of the most competitive eras in K-drama history. If Paradise truly moves forward, it may become more than just another new drama. It could mark the complete transformation of Lee Jong Suk, from a Hallyu superstar into an actor with genuine artistic authority and long-term influence within the Korean television industry.